Alright, so this is Christmas. My real name is Ronald. And anyways, I just wanted to take a momentary video right now. And I'll make this relatively short without getting into like too much details like I did in previous videos a long time ago. But I haven't looked at all the details as to exactly when I got my particular setup. And with this video, I'm using a OnePlus Nord N10 5G phone from Metro PCS, which is now like Metro by T-Mobile. So that change occurred, and I'm still using the same phone. I'm smoking weed. All right, so I got that, and then I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I was doing right here. And again, right here, I'm in front of Arthur's, and it's New Year's Day, and they're closed today, as you can see. And I don't want to get off my seat. I just want to sit right here and then not fuck up the video, because if I rotate the camera, the whole video will fuck up. So excuse my language, but I'm gonna just take some comments about some notes that I took about my particular setup in my game, and just, you know, let you guys know where I'm at. So it's raining right now on the very 1st of January 2023, and that's not a big deal. I'm under a balcony, and thankfully I'm on a 2.5 gigahertz Wi-Fi connection, because if I tried playing my PUBG game on my 5G network using my cellular connection, even while using the ADV screen recorder that I'm using to record my gameplay footage, it would not be good. And especially just because there's a lot of cars happening. Like, you see cars driving by non-stop, and this is Mentone Boulevard. There's other surrounding cities like Redlands and San Bernardino and Riverside that might be a lot busier than this, but I'm just saying that that's a lot of ruckus, right? So that's a lot of noise, and I'm trying to be delicate so I don't mess up the video. It's a lot of ruckus, it's a lot of noise, and unfortunately because of that, it's not quiet. And because it's not quiet, I can't exactly use, I can't just use my phone speakers to produce sound. So what I'm saying about that is if you want to use good, and these are not exactly gaming headphones. I use these for my job, and I use these just to really like zone in, and they do a much better job than canceling the sound for Bluetooth headphones in the Beats by Dre Pros. Although I love these because they're really waterproof, and these ones are sweat-proof and waterproof. But for some reason, even though I use these for my dancing job, I also use this mainly for my gaming and not the Bluetooth headphones, because I think there's a little bit more lag when you have to split two Bluetooth connections to two separate headphones, and then there's that. And anyways, I think because it's a wired connection that it might be slightly faster to use a wired Bluetooth pair of headphones while gaming in. The bonus feature that this comes with is that when it's in my ear, it literally is an in-ear earbud. So it does a much better job of canceling out any noise than the Beats by Dre Pros, even though they're fucking like more than 3 or 4 times more expensive, which doesn't make sense. But anyways, pros and cons. And then having to use the Bluetooth altogether literally creates some lag, like ping or whatever, latency, whatever you want to consider. Data coming from my phone and the input and the sound associated with what's happening at that moment is, there's data being transferred in a different frequency than the internet connection, and it's being transmitted through my phone through a separate connection, and that whole process right there creates a little bit of lag. So if I, like before when I was doing really good with the Gamesir control in the beginning, and I think I'm doing much better now to be in Crown versus just Diamond or Platinum, right? So I'm doing better, and I took notes. But I'm just saying that if I did not have to use my Bluetooth headphones, my gameplay would be even better on a Wi-Fi connection, and even on a Wi-Fi connection that was 5G versus 2.4 or whatever, 2.5 gigahertz like I'm on right now. If it was a 5G and I had no Bluetooth headphones needed, then this OnePlus phone would actually still beat the shit out of some people's iPhones. Like some people that aren't even using a controller and having to use the Gamesir X2 controller, and I'll just pop it out right now. I bought a case for it. It's still in its original case. right? The Gamesir X2, and I'm just using one hand because, again, I don't want to fuck up my video. Excuse me. Excuse my French as well, and my language. But like I said, this is the 2021 non-Bluetooth version Gamesir X2 controller, and I can't use 3.55 headphone jack that's on the bottom of my phone with this because this whole left side thing is in the way. And if I were to even say, since we're on the topic of headphones, that if you could use in-ear earbuds that are also 3.55 millimeter jack, that would be ideal because you have a direct connection from the phone, no sounds coming, vibrating the freaking connection that's, you know, connecting you to your internet source, be it wherever your signal's coming from, or if you're connected to Wi-Fi, either one, good Wi-Fi, or it's okay Wi-Fi 2.5, it's fine. It's working great. And, you know, all together, like, I'm just saying, if you could use regular headphones like that with the controller like this, I think that'd be badass. And for Gamesir X2, for the mapping thing, the last thing, if you guys ever scroll across this video, the one last edit or fucking like suggestion that I would give to you guys is that to make use out of basic consumer phones that people can afford, like me, and I'm homeless, but I'm still playing like this, and I have, don't get me wrong, I have a whole PlayStation 4 setup. Like, I have a monitor, I have a controller, I have a SCUF controller, an impact controller for it, a monitor, gaming monitor for it that has built-in crosshairs that you could switch on or off. It's badass. 50-foot Ethernet Cat 5 or Cat 6 Ethernet cable to directly plug into a router that I don't have yet, but I know, like, that setup is much better than what the fuck I'm doing here. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is to make this particular setup much better and more attractive to consumers worldwide, no matter where they are. I'm pretty sure this could be manufactured and shipped just about anywhere in the world. Gamesir, look, you guys need to make it so that way you can actually play PUBG while I want to be able to look around while using your controller, you know, without having to try and look at your Bluetooth version controller of the G5, which has like a whole separate layout, which I want to get, but I'm looking at the whole Bluetooth function, and I just don't want to fuck with that, you know. If I don't want to, what I understand that Bluetooth does is it literally interferes with your Wi-Fi connection, and I don't want to use Bluetooth. So if I could just happen to have a controller like this that allows me to have a regular 3.55 millimeter headphone jack, and I can still actually use the toggles and press the buttons while being able to swipe and like use the look around thing and push buttons at the same time on the screen while using the Gamesir X2. I'm just saying, if you could do that, that would be like the most ultimate setup to be playing this particular game, with all the mapping and editing functions that you get from this controller, the app that comes with it, that's built for the controller, and all the Gamesir app that comes with it, that literally works in tandem. It works perfectly with the PUBG, you know, customized buttons layout system in the vehicles, and you just can't really function. Like, if you could figure out how to function the flying thing to make use of that goddamn like little flying cart thing, that would be super. You know what I'm saying? Create buttons on here where you can actually use the same button combination in two separate locations on the Gamesir thing. I mean, if I were to like really try to like do some editing on the controller and the way it's used and what I could do for a program, I would do those particular edits. So I hope that you guys in the United Kingdom take a look at this video, get it translated if you need to, and take those particular suggestions and take it to heart, because if you can produce another controller that doesn't rely on Bluetooth and can make use of a 3.55 millimeter headphone jack to isolate sounds like all those fucking cars, right, and be on a restaurant Wi-Fi, you can literally be a competitive player on this particular game, and really kick ass, like, and really like make some really badass content. So I just wanted to take a moment about that and share my updated like feedback if you guys ever scroll across that, and then take a look at my last little bits of notes. So like I said, I don't want to make this a big drawn out process, but while I prop this up and I do my best to not mess up my video still while it's still capturing and rolling, I just want to focus on this right here and just say, look, here's my notes from today, and I just want to say that what I have identified here is third person perspective look like there's two separate sections, like in the sensitivity settings. So there's a whole 0 red dot to 8 times look around, and then you get the same sort of settings for the same settings, but when you're actually aiming down sight and firing, or while hip firing, which is the third person perspective thing. So what I'm doing here is I'm literally going to, I was looking at my video, so I just wanted to take notes about my own video before I decided to try and record and play again. And then while my phone was recharging too, right? Because you have to use your battery when you do this. So also, Gamesir, if you can make it so that way you can have bypass charging while playing, so you can stay plugged in and have a longer game session, that would be even more ideal too. That way people who can't even afford consoles can literally play a good game like this and not, have to spend a shit ton of money and have it sit in the storage like mine. Fucking hell. Anyways, back to the sensitivity settings. I decided to not... here's what I'll do. I'm gonna increase the look on my third person perspective just to increase how quickly my left and right turning look around. Also, the third person perspective overall is the one all the way at the bottom, so I'll take care of that. And this one in particular is actually for the Gamesir mapping thing. So for the right toggle, the one thing that I indicated that usually has an 8 or a 6, I'm now gonna increase it from... I'm going to keep the 8 up here, so that's my left and right, but the vertical up and down, I want to increase from 6 to 7. So I'm going to go, I'm going to touch, instead of 8 to 8, I'm going to go 8 to 7, instead of being at 8 to 6, because that's where I was comfortable at. But whatever I'm at on the 6 part, on the vertical side, I'm going to go up 1 notch. That's what I mean by this. So taking notes from my own gameplay and implementing these notes to increase my performance for the next gameplay. This is my whole mission objective here. And then, and yes, I do this while smoking marijuana. Isn't that a trip? Alright. And then don't rush upstairs and into an unknown room. Peek with third-person perspective camera. So that's why I initially started coming to third-person perspective, because when you switch from first-person perspective to third-person perspective, what you're looking at is first-person perspective. But when you have a camera behind the whole phone, and like as if this was the camera and now you're the character, my whole notepad is the character. While I'm walking around, you see stuff that you normally can't see, because you have this whole camera like 3 feet above your head and then 5 feet behind you, and then looking right in front of you so you can see over a wall. That's impossible. Like, if I walked up to that fence, and I'm only 6 foot, and I know for a fact, because I sleep in front of that fence sometimes, that fucking fence, if I walk up to it, I'm going to be looking at that blue sign and I won't be able to look over it. But with the third person perspective camera, unrealistically, you can see over a wall while even crouching, which is ridiculously stupid. So anyways, but this last note right here was about that one guy, right? Because I got my ass kicked while this dude had his palms sweaty and he was fucking like spray firing like a maniac, and I decided to rush without even deciding to peek around the corner. So that was a dumbass fault on me. I learned from that mistake, took that note, try not to make it again. That's how you improve, right? Just don't make that mistake again and you make that improvement. So +1 on third person perspective, third time look. When I was in Metro Royale mode, not PCS, I was firing at a bot with my 3x scope, and I looked at, it seemed somewhat slow, so that's what that's for. And then I was also firing. Remember how that guy also had the same weapon as me, probably the same setup, the MK14 with either poison or flame or high explosive rounds, just like me. The dude fucking got me with automatic. I don't know how don't know how the fuck he got it, because you don't get the whole death replay thing on Metro Royale like you do in a regular Battle Royale mode, classic mode. But I believe that if I had slowed down my look for the 8 times, that's where I put the -1 notch on the third person perspective. So when I make my next gameplay after this video and I upload this, sharing it with you guys, you'll see that the improvement from my New Year's, my 420 New Year's. I'm still gonna smoke weed before I play the match, and instead of using the camera like hopping on and off, I'll just make straight gameplay with less camera, right? You guys don't need to see me smoke. Like, I smoke weed and play the game. I smoke weed and I work. I smoke weed and I make money. That's just how I do it. But you guys don't need to see that. That's just something I wanted to share. So it's not a bad thing. And I'm sharing some really good information, so what the fuck? Anyways, when I come down here, this is slightly different because, like I said, there's 2 whole sensitivity settings. So the -1 TPP on the 2 times. Every time I want to get a little bit sharper, you want to slow down to speed up. So I want to minus the third person perspective 2 times, aim while firing. That's what I mean by the AWF. And also the 2 times look. So like I want to minus both, so that way I can try and determine, do I need to increase my speed or decrease it? Because there was a guy in a minivan rolling and he left, but this same dude fucked my ass up in the end right there, and I tip my hat off to that guy, because you beat me with a shotgun in first person perspective mode in a third person perspective match. So that's how I want to play. And that reminded me to take notes to switch off aim assists as of the 1st of 2023. So I actually switched on aim assist to just because I was like, I can't defeat these fucking invisible bullets, and how the fuck they're getting me. So like, how the hell are you supposed to do this? Like, your fucking potato aim and getting me out of fucking nowhere and almost impossible. And I know my aim is like better than yours. And I know I get a little bit of lag despite my setup, but I should have a slightly better reaction time because of how much sensitivity setting, like tinkering, that I have. 5 years of experience, but really, ever since I got this set up, I'm going to say at least almost a year or 2 years of experience doing this. So I'm still fighting people that have better phones, better connections, don't have to use Bluetooth. And I don't know, like, I just feel like, man, there were sometimes I wanted to quit, but I'm just going to continue playing this game and try my best to get better with my particular setup until I can upgrade to a better phone, because that's what's really going to make a difference. And then upgrading to a 5G Wi-Fi connection, and then not having to use Bluetooth headphones with this Gamesir X2 controller. Like, you can still really make use of this controller right now, even though it's a little $60 controller. Hopefully it's a little bit cheaper on Amazon. But if something ever, and I take care of this, right? I bought it. It has the original case, and I put this thing in a whole separate case. I carry this motherfucker with me everywhere I go. But if I ever had to lose it, and if I ever had to need to get another one, I would get another one, because it's the only way that I would play PUBG Mobile on my phone. I don't care if I had an iPhone, the best phone, a ROG 6, a Red Magic 7 Pro. I don't give a shit. I have original, like, cheap ass $100 or $300 like OnePlus Nord N10 5G phone, and it's from 2021 September. I'm still kicking ass, because there was some games. Oh my gosh, I got 5, 7, 8. My best game with this controller, even when I didn't have my sensitivity settings this good, in Silver League and in Diamond and like Platinum. Oh my god, I kick ass, bro. Like up to 12, 15 kills, and I have some pretty badass games that I've been playing, but I didn't record them, so that's why I'm trying to get back into recording. But I just wanted to take a moment to share with you guys what I'm doing with my particular progress and my experience with my setup and my situation and why I have to do things this way. But at least I feel like if I do this and I continue playing, like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna get anything from it. I probably won't play in any competitions from it. I probably won't earn any money from it or win anything from it. But I just feel like maybe some other people might actually get to be like, you know, feel like me, like, man, they're in the zone, they're in the battle, and they get to like be in control of the movie. That's my whole mission objective is, hey, I'm in control of the situation. I got your back. Go, go, go. I want to do that every time. So I'm trying my best to play. And, you know, sometimes people just have an edge somehow. I don't know how they fucking do it, but I feel like I'm a badass fighter, and I'm going to keep fighting and keep sharing. And I'm going to keep getting better and doing as many upgrades as I can in real life, and just keep making progress with my gameplay and footage as I go. And I won't always record my gameplay. I'm going to have to do it situationally. Obviously, everyone's having a day off because of New Year's holiday, just like Christmas. And, you know, like, so, and I'm working 2 jobs. I'm doing everything on a bicycle. I'm homeless. I'm operating. I don't live in the storage unit, but I have a bunch of stuff in a storage unit. Gotta go do laundry at a laundromat. And all this shit on a bicycle. It's fucking wild. And then it's wintertime. It's raining right now. I can't use my tent. It sucks. So I'm doing my best with what I got, where I'm at. And I just wanted to share that with you guys. So if you guys took anything from it, I hope you guys, that's the whole reason why I wanted to share this, is let you guys know some feedback, some information, what's going on, where I'm at, and I don't know, I just wanted to share it. So this is what my channel is about right now. But when I get my laptop next month, or this month in January, I'm gonna start doing like some major edits and actually start doing shuffle videos, because I got a good camera that's sitting in storage as well. I got a good mouse and everything for a laptop, but I don't have my laptop yet because I literally pulled it out. I sacrificed a tablet that I had on layaway to get my laptop out, and then around that same time I couldn't really afford it because I needed shoes, and I also needed to pay my freaking storage unit rent, and I didn't have the money. So what did I do? Less than a week of me having a $1,600 laptop, I pawned it just to pay my bills. And now I have enough money right now after all that time, but I need to get my laptop back this month in January 2023, so I'm going to do that. And when I do that, I could probably make some more interesting videos, probably shorter, and do better videos with that particular laptop, because I'll be able to make some edits and do more interesting things, because I actually have a laptop that I could do things with. I can't do things with just my phone. And I have another phone, but you can't do things with a dead phone and one phone that's active and then no laptop at all. I mean, I have external hard drives with data waiting to be used, to be made to contribute to making things better for me here. But all I gotta do is continue working, and I'm just by myself. No friends, no family. I don't even have food stamps, so I'm just a shuffle dancer as a sign holder and a dishwasher right now. But I'm a badass forklift driver and a warehouse worker, and that's all I really got. And I don't really have much else, but this is what I got. So I'm just, like I said, I'm doing my best with what I got, where I'm at. And like I said, I don't want to make this a long drawn out video anymore, but I wanted to share all that stuff. And y'all have a good, happy New Year's, Merry Christmas, and Christmas is out. Y'all take care, y'all. Thank you. Where it's at, man. It's where it's at.